Ever wonder why users don't read your website? And more importantly, why are designers focusing on details that most users will never even see? Now let's break down why people scan websites instead of reading and how to stop getting caught in those small details. Now here's the truth. Users scan websites, they do not read them. So when designers get stuck focusing on pixel perfect details, details that are often overlooked, they lose sight of the big picture. And the users are looking for clarity and speed, not intricate design elements that don't serve the user's immediate needs. And the problem is we get fixated on making things look perfect, but we forget to optimize for how users interact with the site. They're scanning for headlines, key visuals, and quick info. So if you spend too much time perfecting things like margins or tiny font tweaks, you're wasting effort. And I'll show you exactly what I mean with a demo in Figma, where we'll break down key design concepts that make your content scannable and user-friendly. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Pierre, and I've spent the last 10 years helping tech and SaaS companies, from AI startups raising their first round of funding to enterprises scaling their digital products. And now that we've covered why scanning matters, let's dive into how you can apply these ideas to your design work. Now let's take a moment to put some visuals around what we just discussed. So overall, one of the most important things that you want to consider at all times is going to be the top header section. And this section right here is going to be very important because it's going to be the deciding factor if the user is going to stay on the website or go away. So the most important element is going to be the headline, and the visuals are simply going to be supporting elements to the main headline. So to make it simple, if you want to communicate the concept of Apple, you're going to need to mention it directly in the headline, and then you can consider having supporting visuals of apples in order to support that core message. So as you can see, it's strategic and it's going to be focused on this idea that users are not going to go into the tiny details of each and every text. Most users are simply going to look at the website, at the headline, and they're not even going to look at the sub-headlines most often. And I see this all the time when I'm doing A/B testing for clients, and we literally have heat maps which show the actual user journey of the individual. And as you can see, overall, you just want to keep it very organized, very straight to the point, and simple. So I know that there's a lot of trends these days of creating these beautiful 3D illustrations and animations, but you want to keep in mind that the core marketing principle is going to apply even if there is no real visual interest. Sometimes the pages that are going to convert the most and the best are going to be simple pages without too much nuances. And this is something that you want to keep in mind also for the rest of the page. And the sad news is that it only goes down from here, downhill from here, because what happens is this is going to be the most visualized element of the page. And then the more you go towards the bottom, the less users are actually going to see the page. So it's extremely important to have this as a hook and to really make it persuasive and interesting, because that is going to increase the likelihood of users going down and basically absorbing all of the other information. So you definitely want to pay a lot of attention to this top section. And again, even when it comes to the other elements of the website, such as the feature section, you want to keep it really high level. So again, you want to about it in simple terms, such as I want to communicate blue. This is going to be the visual, which is going to support the text communication, which is all about blue. So a quick test is if you understand immediately what the topic is from just reading the top headline, that is a great thing. And also, if you can understand what the topic is about by just seeing the visual, that again is going to be another check that essentially consolidates your UX solution. So the same applies for pretty much all the rest of the elements, and I could go on and on to talk about other elements, other scenarios in the UX, but I want to keep this video short and sweet and to the point, and I'm going to record other videos on this topic. If you actually have specific questions that you'd like me to answer, feel free to leave them in the comment section. And if you're interested in a design project or to learn more about design, check out my website, which is going to come up in the description, and I'll see you in the very next video.